Once upon a time, there lived a very cruel king. This king was incredibly selfish, heartless, and showed no mercy. He was hated by everyone in his kingdom because he never treated anyone kindly. He was always sullen, imprisoned and whipped people, and never did a good deed. The curse. One day, an old woman came to him seeking help. As usual, he shouted at her, "Get out of here," and pushed her hand away roughly. Suddenly, something unexpected happened. The old woman transformed into a powerful witch. She told him she would punish him for his cruelty, stripping him of his kingdom and turning him into a terrifying monster with her magic wand. She gave him one condition. She gave him a golden flower and told him that its petals would fall one by one. If the last petal fell and he hadn't changed and been loved by anyone, he would remain a monster forever. The king looked at himself in the mirror and saw that he had been transformed into a monster. His beautiful palace had become a desolate place filled with cobwebs, and everyone had abandoned him. Jasmine. On the other side, there lived a poor girl named Jasmine. She was an orphan living with a cruel woman who raised her but hated her and made her work beyond her capacity. Jasmine always prayed to God to deliver her. One day, Jasmine accidentally broke a clay pot, and the cruel woman threw her out of the house on a cold, dark night. Jasmine walked bravely through the forest all night until she found an old, abandoned castle. She entered the castle and found a table laden with food, so she began to eat because she was hungry. The encounter. Suddenly, the beast, the king, appeared, roaring angrily. "Who gave you permission to enter? How dare you?" Jasmine was not afraid. She stood firm and told him her story and how she had been thrown out of her home. For the first time, the beast's heart softened, and he allowed her to stay in the castle and eat, but he warned her not to come near him because he was a beast. Breaking the curse. As the days passed, Jasmine wandered through the palace and saw the golden flower whose petals were nearly gone. She asked the beast about it, and he tearfully told her about his curse and how he had been a wicked king. Jasmine sensed the sincerity of his remorse and read him a book about how people can change. Years passed, and most of the petals fell. When the last one fell, the beast despaired and thought it was the end. But Jasmine didn't abandon him. Instead, she embraced him and wept because she loved the kind heart she had discovered beneath his monstrous exterior. At that moment, because of her sincere love, the curse was broken. A great light shone, and the beast returned to his human form as a handsome king. The palace was restored to its former glory, and the gardens flourished once more. The king asked for Jasmine's hand in marriage, and she accepted. They lived happily ever after, the king having learned the lessons of mercy and love.